Hey, what's good, everyone? This is Anunoby in the clutch, and we got some breaking news going on in the NBA regarding the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors, as it's just been recently announced that the Knicks are going to acquire OG Anunoby along with Precious Achiuwa. In exchange, the Raptors will receive hometown kid RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley, and a second-round pick. And when looking at this, I mean, this tells me a couple things. The Knicks, they are. I've learned two things from this trade from the Knicks' perspective. One is they're trying to go all in for at least the conference finals or potentially maybe a final spot in the East. And number two, with this trade for OG Anunoby, this means that the Knicks, they were probably not going to get Donovan Mitchell, who was obviously their top priority. And with this trade to get OG, they're basically in a way like waving the white flag, like we're not going to wait for Donovan Mitchell, or maybe Cleveland's just not going to give us the right tools and assets so we can make it work to trade for Mitchell. So that's what that kind of tells me right here, because I thought for sure the Knicks were going to try to get either Donovan Mitchell or Karl-Anthony Towns. They're trying to go after a big star so they can compete and take advantage of this this window with Jalen Brunson leading the way. But getting OG Anunoby, they're kind of like around the same as they were before, because they were a second round team, and the fact that they gave up Immanuel Quickley, who has been really great for the Knicks, it kind of like, in a way, kind of like just levels out, you know, because I would think if they kept Immanuel Quickley and bring in OG, I think that would have pushed the Knicks to at least a conference finals bid, so they can be one of the top guys to compete in the Eastern Conference. But I don't know. I feel like it's a leveled out trade. But for the Raptors, though, I mean, I think it's really great. They have RJ Barrett, who is 23 years old, same age as me, by the way. Anyway, he will fit perfectly with the Raptors, their rebuild. And along with that, the Raptors also getting, like I said, Immanuel Quickley. He'll also be great for the Raptors in their guard rotation, and they can be able to be one of the exciting young teams this league has to offer. Very similar, what I want to say, sort of more or less like OKC, having these young, fast, high-paced guys. And RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley, along with Scotty Barnes leading the way. So I believe it's a good trade for both sides, because it fits perfectly within their timelines. But the Knicks, I feel like had they waited a little bit more, they probably could have used up all their assets to maybe go after Donovan Mitchell, or maybe they just don't want to give up as many assets for him, because they just want to, like, maybe I've been hearing like so many reports that the Knicks were trying to get rid of RJ Barrett because he's basically like an odd man out, or he's not fitting too well within the Knicks system. He's basically treated very similar to in Miami with Tyler Hero, very similar in that aspect. Both loved by the fans, but like just not necessarily too good of a fit, and they're looking at all options to like see if they can trade for a star. Well, the Knicks, they pulled the trigger now with OG Anunoby. I think he's going to be great to compete with the likes of Giannis or Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler, because he's amazing at defense. OG Anunoby, he's that's one of his strong suits in his game. Last year he was the steals champ, so led the league in steals. So that's like telling you right there that he can put a lot of pressure on their rivals in the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Heat, and or even the Sixers as well. And like also he could be a key difference if the Knicks do face the Boston Celtics, because one of the main flaws in Jaylen Brown's game is that he does not dribble with his left hand well at all. So OG Anunoby being the steals champ, and especially with you know how nitty and gritty the Knicks are, especially under Tom Thibodeau, his defensive scheme, I believe he can be a huge difference maker on the defensive end, and potentially could swing a game or two in the Knicks' favor if they go against a team like Boston in a playoff series. So I can see why they make this trade, but like I said, it's like they had to. I know it's give something to get something, but I feel like it's a little too much. And a lot of people are saying how the Knicks got fleeced, But I don't know. I do believe the Knicks, they're going all in this season, and especially now that I think about it, with Tom Thibodeau, with his defensive priorities, I think it's a great trade, actually, because OG Anunoby, one of the best defenders under one of the best defensive coaches in the league. I think the Knicks are going to go back to their 90s gritty era under Pat Riley, where they were known for their defense and they made life so difficult and so miserable for opponents in the playoffs. I think that's the direction and the identity that the Knicks are going for, and they're going to be led by Jalen Brunson, who is going to be their top scorer, their top star, but he's going to be surrounded by a bunch of defensive-minded players under a defensive-minded system. So I believe overall it's a good move for the Knicks, given their circumstances. Could they have done better? Yes, but this is one of those, hey, we want to be in the conversation with all the top teams that are expected to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. We want to be in that conversation. That's what this trade tells me, by bringing in someone like OG Anunoby, who is a star, who is very important. The Raptors, they valued him so amazingly, and for good reason, because if he's one of the best defensive players on the team, and the asking price was like astronomically like crazy, there's a reason why OG Anunoby, he's going to be a huge factor for the Knicks, because if the Raptors were so hesitant to give him up for so many years, but they finally decided to, and under the Knicks' system, I believe it's going to be a great move for both OG and the New York Knicks overall. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys think, Knicks fans? Do you guys like the trade? Are you upset that this basically means that you guys are not going to trade for Donovan Mitchell or Karl-Anthony Towns? Because that's what this tells me, because they gave up two key assets to make this work, and they could have been the tipping point for Cleveland or Minnesota to trade their star players, but now most likely that's not going to be the case anymore. Let me know what you guys think. Or do you guys think that with OG Anunoby, he's going to help you guys take it to the next step, or you're going to be in the same position as you were last year? I want to know, so we can discuss things in the comment section. And Raptors fans, what do you guys think? You guys like to bring RJ Barrett, a Canadian who's going to be on your team now, and also is going to be like leading a new, fast, high-paced offense led by Scotty Barnes, and now RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley. Just let me know what you guys think down below. I certainly love to hear you guys out in the comment section, and we can discuss. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I certainly love and appreciate every single last one of y'all. God bless you all, and talk soon.